Well, of course, that's very interesting. A lot of interesting books that are writing jokes, for example. Absolutely, absolutely. And reading that aloud and saying it aloud, and maybe pair it up and triple it up. Maybe pair it up and triple it up. Different, have many fellow so-called presses and many fellow so-called medias, for example. Many fellow so-called presses, sort of speaking for myself, perhaps. Many fellow so-called presses, sort of speaking for myself, perhaps. And many fellow so-called medias. Many fellow so-called medias, for example, sort of speaking for myself, perhaps. And we're family members, FMs, and family and friends. And sort of speaking for myself, we have many fellow medias, for example, and many fellow so-called presses, many fellow so-called presses, many fellow so-called medias, many fellow so-called medias, and many fellow so-called presses, many fellow so-called presses, for example. Absolutely, and very important resources, monies, currencies, and foods and drinks. Very, very important foods and drinks and monies and currencies and resources. For example, age, nerdy, and we're family members, FMs, and family and friends. For example, absolutely, excellent, fine, and good about 100% of the time. Excellent, fine, and good. Sort of speaking for myself, perhaps about 100% of the time. Excellent, fine, and good. Absolutely. And a lot of generic terms or phrases, and there's certain resources, monies, and currencies, and excellent, fine, and good about half of the time. And many resources are very finite, sort of very limited at that time. Very much common sense and common knowledge, sort of speaking for myself, perhaps. And there's only so many apples or oranges or breads or apples and oranges or cookies or steaks and eggs, and hamburgers and hot dogs, and steaks and eggs, for example. At that time, only so many monies and resources available. Only so many money and resources, monies and currencies. Only so much monies and resources available at a time. Very limited and finite amount of resources. And certain jars and boxes, bins, containers, the so-called capacity. The capacity there, and very appropriate and safe and sound. Very appropriate and safe and sound. So that's some common sense and common knowledge. There's certain economics and psychiatry and psychology, perhaps. And psychiatry and psychology and economics, for example, reading that aloud and saying it aloud. And some things are a lot of conjecture and speculation, perhaps, maybe about that, maybe not really about that. Maybe at that time maybe reading out loud different variety shows and books that are writing and jokes, for example. Absolutely reading that aloud and saying it aloud, and layers and levels of, for example, security, and shielded, blah, 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 armor, fortified, encrypted, and layers and levels of security and ways to keep safe and sound, and shielded, blah, 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 armor, fortified, encrypted, coded, shielded, and soundproof, waterproof, fireproof, and shielded, blah, 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 armor, fortified, encrypted, coded, shielded, and cloaked, and very well hidden, and layers and levels of security, and blah, 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 armor, fortified, encrypted, coded, and shielded, and soundproof, waterproof, fireproof, and shielded, blah, 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 armor, fortified, encrypted, coded, and blurred, and shielded, blah, 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 armor, fortified, encrypted, coded, and shielded, and blurred, and blah, 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 armor, fortified, encrypted, coded, shielded, and layers and levels of security. So reading that aloud and saying that aloud, and maybe situational if needed necessary, reading that aloud and saying that aloud, and a lot of variety shows, and sort of often randomly, and a lot of laughter and giggling and comedy and jokes, maybe about that, maybe not about that. Very appropriate and safe and sound for variety shows, entertainment resources ER, entertainment news EN, and entertainment resources ER. Very interesting, perhaps very interesting, maybe that kind of audience, or that sort of audience. A lot of generic terms and phrases, and absolutely, we're family members, FMs, and family and friends, for example. And very excellent, fine, and good about 100% of the time, sort of speaking for myself, perhaps. Excellent, fine, and good about 100% of the time, sort of speaking for myself, perhaps, for example. And 1 plus 2 equals 3, and 3 plus 2 equals 5, and 5 plus 20 is 25, and 25 plus 10 equals 35, and 35 minus 1 equals 34, and 34 minus 1 equals 33. And for example, 33 minus 2 equals 31. And for instance, so called. Paraphrase, quotation, summarize, abbreviate, just realize what is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Ludi Marty Mercury of Honor so much. Ludi Marty Mercury of Honor summoned much. January is spelled January. January. February February. World is spelled WRLD, or worlds, WRLDS, or WRLDS. Globe is spelled GLOBES, globe, GLOBE. Universes is spelled UNIVERSES, or universes is spelled UNIVERSE, universe is UNIVERSES, world or worlds, WORLD, or WRLDS, worlds, WRLDS, W-O-R-L-D-S, World, W-R-L-D. Globe is spelled G-L-O-B-E, G-L-O-B-E. Globes is spelled G-L-O-B-S, G-L-O-B-S. Absolutely. And sign me, myself, and I, Brandon, Ryan, Katrina, B-R-K. Sign me, myself, and I, Brandon, Ryan, Katrina, B-R-K. Brandon, Ryan, Katrina, B-R-K. Sign me, myself, and I, Brandon, Ryan, Katrina, B-R-K. And so-called written and authored and published by Brandon, Ryan, Katrina, B-R-K. So-called written, authored, and published by me, myself, and I, Brandon, Ryan, Katrina, B-R-K. So-called written, authored, and published by me, myself, and I, Brandon, Ryan, Katrina, B-R-K. Absolutely. And maybe reading that aloud, maybe bluffing and teasing and joking, maybe about that, maybe not about that, maybe out the time on time, and very appropriate and safe and sound, so to speak, for myself, perhaps very appropriate and safe and sound. And we're family members, FMs, and family members, FMs, and family and friends, for example, age 18 year, you're an excellent, fine, and good about 100% of the time, so to speak, for myself, perhaps. Prolonged, long duration, excellent, fine, and good about 100% of the time. Prolonged, long duration, excellent, fine, and good about 100% of the time. And we're family members, FMs, and family and friends, FAFs. We're family and friends, FAFs, and family members, family members or friends, FMs, and we're family members or friends, FAF, family members or friends, FAFs, and we're family members, FMs, family members, FMs, and family and friends, for example.